showed us three stuff confronted us to the hard discussions. We can't be talking about having the hard discussions and then decline the opportunities to actually have the discussion. It's just, I don't know, I'm bedazzled by the, by the mentality of that.
So much to talk about, we're almost out of time, but I do want to ask you about this. Tama Potaka announcing that they're stripping back Te Ara City and its responsibilities. He came on this program and he told me that many iwi and Māori leaders absolutely welcome this move. Are you among them? Do you think it's a good idea what he's doing there?
So what has happened there is this hasn't just come about just today. There has been some discomfort, I suppose, for some of the ways that actually all government agencies have proved their worth. I think that Te Arawhiti, for the Crown Māori relationships job, was to be an advocate for that relationship, and I'm not sure that is done. It matters not, though, whether it's the Te Arawhiti or whether the Office of Treaty Settlements goes back to just this and Crown Māori relationships goes to TPK. We will still have to have those discussions. We will still have to demand that we are in the design phase of that agency.
Kia ora, thank you for your time. There was Hui Papa who gave a speech, delivered those challenges to the government and other politicians on behalf of the kingitanga today. 2101 on text for your thoughts on that. It is 25 after 5. You have a checkpoint on RNZ National. You can also tweet us at Checkpoint RNZ. Skates on to the headlines now. And I mean, if it's recorded or...
Thanks, Lisa. The Prime Minister has told those gathered for the Māori King's coronation celebrations the National Party will not support ACT's treaty principles bill past its first reading. Earlier, the Kingitanga movement said its leaders want to work with the government once the coalition has ended its Māori bashing. Police have launched a homicide investigation after a man was shot in East Auckland this morning. Officers found the injured man inside a vehicle on Marvin Downs Avenue in Pakuranga when responding to reports of gunshots, and he died at the scene. Police have accounted for 75 blocks of methamphetamine disguised as lollies, which were sent out in food parcels by the Auckland City Mission. Police say they'll be analysing CCTV footage from the City Mission Centre in Grafton, from where the fake sweets were mistakenly distributed last week. A social researcher says regulations are needed to ensure adequate housing on Waiheke Island, which has the highest rate of homelessness in the Auckland region. Pam Oliver says the main cause of the issue is absentee home owners renting their properties to short-stay tourists. She told Checkpoint that data from 2018 shows 38% of homes on Waiheke are vacant. The Philippines has detected a new case of the Mpox virus, the first since December last year. The 33-year-old Filipino man had no travel history. Last week, the World Health Authority declared Mpox as a global public health emergency following an outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which has spread to neighbouring countries. And those are the headlines, Lisa.
Now, Mihi, Anna, let's get a traffic update. What's going on around the Motu? Louise Tanusis here. No.
Alrighty, so in Tamaki Makaurau, all lanes have now reopened on the Auckland Harbour Bridge, but a reminder to take care, especially for those in high-sided vehicles and motorcycles. It's very windy out there. And in the Waikato Bay of Plenty area, State Highway 2 is closed, and that's expected to remain closed for some time. That's between Wales Tahir Valley Back Road and Pairata Ridge Road. That's west of Opotiki. And State Highway 56 between Tane Road and Alv Road is also closed. That will remain closed overnight and until at least late tomorrow afternoon. There is a detour available via State Highway 57. And in Te Whanganui at Tara Wellington on State Highway 1, there's lots of traffic prior to the Tawa interchange. That's due to a crash which has now been cleared, but do expect some delays. It looks like traffic is backing up to the Transmission Gully interchange. And finally, State Highway 53 is closed over the Waihinga River Bridge. There is an alternative route available between Featherston and Martinborough. Lisa.
Thank you, Lou. That's Louise Tanusis with your traffic report there. To sport now, and a reflecting Sean Johnson told media today that the thought of running out onto Mount Smart Stadium for the last time is the hardest thing he has had to come to terms with about his retirement. Johnson will play his last home game for the club when the Warriors host the Bulldogs at Mount Smart Stadium in Auckland on Friday. Sports reporter Bridget Tunnicliffe is here. Bridget, you've listened to the press conference with Sean. What stood out?
Yeah, he talked a lot about the Warriors fans and the crowd and how much that meant to him. And a lot of people that sit in the stands have been there since he first came to the club, and his faces there recognises every week, and their support is not lost in him. He says it means just as much to him to be able to run out and play in front of them and perform in front of them as it does for them to come and cheer the Warriors on. It sounds like at the start of the game he will walk out. He'll walk out with his wife and 2 little girls. It'll be a special moment. But once that's done, it'll be go time. And once he gets out on the field, he won't be thinking about anything else other than trying to do what he can to win the game. But he says he's been coming to Mount Smart Stadium since he was 16 or 17 years old.
I'm only going to get to experience running out of those doors in front of this crowd one more time. And that's probably the thing that just hits me like low in the gut. You know, it always has, ever since I was telling myself, like, you're going to make this decision. For some reason, the last run out here at Mount Smart was always the bit that upset me most about coming out and saying that, you know, like, I wish you guys got to experience it. I really do. Like, I wish you got to experience running out to a place that you love and care about so much and feel the type of love and warmth just thrown straight back at you. It just makes you feel like you just think you're invincible or something. I don't know. It's like you run out and you just feel that heat, that passion, and that's what I need us to get through my this time, because once I've done that, then I reckon everything else will just be like, smiles on the face, there's nothing to be sad about.
So a really good insight into how tough retirement is, I think, for these top athletes. I guess playing in front of that kind of crowd is just so exhilarating. It's probably like a drug, like being part of a famous rock band.